This is going to be a real raw video on how you're going to hit 5-figure months on TikTok Shop. I'm not going to bullshit in this. I'm going to tell you exactly how I did it, why I stopped, but how you can do it and how you can get there very, very quickly. Because in my opinion, there's no quicker way to get to 10K a month than to TikTok Shop live stream. So let's get straight into it. First of all, who the hell am I? I've done almost $1 million in sales on TikTok Shop. My name is Chase. I've done well over 6 figures in profit on TikTok Shop. I actually made my first 6 figures on TikTok when I was 17. So I'm 18 now. And I don't think I've done too many live streams while I've been 18. But we'll get into that a little bit later. But TikTok Shop live streams, I mean, to get to 10K a month, you really just can't beat it because it is brute force. It is the game of brute force. There's pretty much nothing else into it. It kind of comes down to mental toughness. Like, how mentally tough are you? That's how much money you can make on live. So yeah, I've done a lot of products on live. I spent, I don't know, maybe thousands of hours on live streams at this point. Most of them faceless. And a lot of them were with the spin scrubber. So I'll do a little pop-up here maybe, I don't know. But you guys know spin scrubber. It like cleans bathrooms, bathtubs, showers, shower walls, stoves, kitchens, dishes, and sinks. I still got it ingrained in my head. But that product, when I first got on it, it was about 2 days before I graduated high school. Let's go a month back though. So May of 2024, I had my first 1K days, or no, my second batch of like 1K days, beginning of May 2024. And maybe like second or third day, I had a 1K day. I believe I was selling soap. Yeah, I was selling soap, lemon turmeric soap. And then I did it again the next day, both like 1.1K, 1.2K. And I was like, holy shit. By the end of the week, I saw 3.5K. I'm like, you guys don't understand. At May of 2024, I'm 17. I'm in high school. I've been grinding for literally probably at this point, like just a year, just throwing spaghetti at the wall, trying everything. And stuff finally started to work. And I see 3.5K in a week. I'm like, holy. I've seen a million videos talking about 10K a month. I'm sure you have. And it puts it on such a pedestal, which is the crazy thing. Like you just see it as this massive end game goal that once you hit it, everything's going to be okay. I'll save you some time. It's it doesn't really do anything. It's very cool to hit it though. So I had that bubble around it. I like thought that it was above me in some way, but I see 3.5K on the week. I ended the month with 4.4K. Long story short, I was pissed. I was pissed at myself because I really just didn't put in the inputs. I thought I had it on lock. I really thought I had 10K on lock. I thought I was going to hit 20K a month. So I was walking around like a big dog, but I ended up with a 4.4K a month. I was just disappointed, honestly. Just disappointed. And that was May 2024. The next month, June of 2024, was the month I graduated high school. And I just been frustrated from the last month. And I found a product and one day after school, and I just ran with it. And that happened to be the spin scrubber. I had it in my house, a different variation of it. And I'd seen some Chinese guys do scrubbing their bathroom floor on live, and I was like, what if I do that but in English, and I do it with a really good live script, because I've made money, remember, off the lemon turmeric soap and other products, so I know how to make a good live script. And then from there it kind of just worked. So on the first live, it was a 2.7K day, which is rare, right? It was I don't remember if I ever got over 1,000 viewers, but I definitely had at least 500. And yeah, I hit a 2.7K day my first time with that product. It was listed at $14.99, and honestly, a spin scrubber of that quality, it should be like the perceived value of it's like $50. So that's why I did so well, and that's my main thing for choosing live stream products is gonna be just perceived value. If it moves too, like the spin scrubber is like the holy grail of live product in my opinion, because it moves around, it's satisfying to watch cleaning, but the main reason is that it was listed for $14.99, and it's something that people perceive in their head as $50. And to do this, the method I have is like, ask somebody how much these are, right? You go, the product that you want to choose, you show them the product without the price, and then you ask them how much it is. So they might guess, okay, these AirPod Maxes looks like they're $300. That's what they say. And I'm like, well, they're actually $40. And that's good. So you kind of want to find it like 2 to 3x though. So that $14.99 to a $50 perceived value, that's a great ratio, but even double is great as well. So that's kind of what I look for. And if it moves as well, it's great. But I hit a 2.7K day. That was a 5-hour live stream. From there, my mindset was still not, it wasn't to the point I needed to be. It really wasn't. I didn't go live the next day. I was tired. I had school. I ended up not going live. So I did a 2.7K day. right before I graduated high school. I didn't go live the next day. And then after that, I went live again. And pretty much for the next 100 days straight, I was going live in my bathroom throughout the summer, right? Because I literally just graduated. This is all at the point when I was graduating. And throughout the summer, it was very hot. Like, I didn't have AC in my house. You know, my parents don't have like a ton of money or anything. So we don't have AC at my parents' house. And I was dying. It was hot as hell in the summer. I was literally just scrubbing 5 to 8 hours a day. I would wake up at 4 a.m. And I know that sounds crazy to a lot of people. I'd wake up at 4 a.m., go to the gym, and then come home and try to get on live by 7 o'clock so I could be done by noon, because I would go 5 hours every single day, just because on live streams, it is a competition-based algorithm, meaning that if somebody gets above you, you're going to be getting less viewers and essentially less priority. Think about it like a car sales, used car sales dealership. They're not going to give the best leads to a newbie, right? Somebody who's new on that product. So think of everybody that's running the same product as you as other sales reps, and you're working in a used car dealership. Whoever owns the car dealership is going to throw their best leads and the most amount of leads to the highest sales rep. That was the one who converts the most. So they put it to the number one person. TikTok works the exact same way. So whoever goes live the longest and whoever converts the best gets the most amount of viewers and eventually the most amount of sales. So I guess it was a fear-based motivator. I just didn't want to drop on that, and I didn't want to have the regret that I had from May in June. So through June, I hit about 45K profit all in, right around there. And then the next ones were also similar, like 20 something for for July, and then another 20 something for August. And by this time, I mean, I literally, from videos and other accounts and stuff too, and bonuses, and I was at 100K profit before I turned 18, which was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. So I kind of figured it out at that point. But the reason why live streams are so good is because if you can go 5 to 8 hours a day, you will destroy 99.9% of the competition, meaning that everybody around you is not willing to go 5 to 8 hours a day. The top guy right now is probably Bennett, and he's doing pillows on TikTok Shop. He's selling pillows and he's selling mattresses. You might have seen him. And he's doing like a couple grand a day. And this guy sits on live 5 to 8 hours a day. That's what I did. And that's why he's winning. Like, I'm not saying I patented that method whatsoever. I'm saying that's why you get ahead. If you can go 5 to 8 hours a day, I promise you no one else is going to be able to match that. They just can't. So if you can trick your brain to, instead of getting high on the sales, that you can get high on reading your script, then you'll do very, very, very well. Like, most people can only get gratified with the results, right? Getting a sale. It's like, oh, I got another sale. I'm going to keep going. If you can start to think about it, like, okay, I'm going to read my script 4 times or 2 times or whatever it is and not get a sale, and I'm going to be happy because I read the script 4 more times, and that's what I'm going to be gratified on, and I'm going to reprogram myself to think like that. You can go forever. I mean, really, genuinely think about what 50K a month does to you, does to your life. It completely is a paradigm shifting experience to go from whatever job you're working to 50K a month online. And you have to think about that and what that money can do for you while reading your script. And you gratify yourself from X numbers, like however many you want, script reads to get 0 sales, and that's fine. But the main thing on live, remember, I used to think like that a little bit, but honestly, the number one thing on live is going to be product. It's going to be product. So you really have to test so many products, and you'll find one. You'll find that one that works. Find one that people really like and that have perceived value. Because if you get sales on live, TikTok gets 7% from every single sale. So they will push your live out more if it is profitable for them. So to check off all the things that you need to go live, remember, if you can go live for 5 to 8 hours a day on a product that has a higher perceived value than what it's listed for, and you can have a ton of urgency, like literally urgency throughout the live stream. Guys, most of lives is honestly just CTAs. Like, I'm getting off right now, just tap that orange shopping cart and answering questions. Like, literally, just okay, the flash sale's ending in 10 minutes. We got 10 minutes left on the flash sale. Place your last orders in right now. I am getting off after this. And the sale's going to end once I get off. Literally, just urgency throughout the live is the most important thing you could possibly have. So, urgency over everything. I mean, I've seen guys that have literally just been like, guys, I'm getting off right now. I'm getting off. Perform better than guys who know every single thing about the product. So, focus on urgency. Also know the product and test different things. You want to have a script. I genuinely believe that you should have a script, or at least a general outline of what you're talking about when you go live, because certain lines that you have in your script can definitely convert better than just yapping off the top of your head. If you want to go for an hour, sure, you can go off the top of your head. But if you really want to go consistently for months, for long periods of time, and make massive amounts of money, you're going to need a script, right? Sometimes you're going to want to turn your brain off. Sometimes you're going to want to just be a bot and read the script and just get the money. I mean, guys, there's been times when I have made $1,000 in an hour on live. So it's not like this isn't the best business model, because it's really good. You don't need much skill. You really just need to be urgent. You need to have that mental toughness, and you need to be able to find products. So step one, get a TikTok shop account with 5,000 followers. You can either run ads to one, or you can just buy one. Step two, start getting some products in. Start buying the top products you see on live. And then from there, you'll have products. You'll be able to test them. And then repeat the cycle until you find your winner. But go for long hours. And I promise you, TikTok rewards consistency. That's why it gets addicting. And that's why I did it for 100 days straight. When I traveled to Miami for the first time after making, my first 40K month, I brought my scrubbers. And I still did it 5 hours a day in Miami. And that's just what I had to do. And even though when I was at home, my schedule was waking up at 4 a.m., starting at 7, and going to 12. For some people, that sounds really unsustainable. But I'll give you this one tip, and I'll end this video in a sec. But if you want to do lives for a long time, I beg you, do them in the morning. The reason I structured it like that was because I could still make $1,000 in a day and have the rest of my day free from 12 to 8 p.m. And if you start your lives at like 4 p.m., you're going to 9. And for that time before 4 p.m., it just feels like you're wasting your time, right? It feels like that live is eating up too much of your day. So if you can get down a schedule where you get on live early, you will still be able to maintain a quality of life. And that's why I ended up stopping doing it. Not only because the product kind of stopped to work because they kept raising the price so much, but also at some point, like once you have $100,000 in the bank, you don't really want to sit on live for 5 to 8 hours. You have higher leverage things that you can do. So now I can help other people. Now I can make videos. Now I can get very, very good at videos. Now I can do personal branding. Now I can build a business, an agency, whatever you want to do. But to get your first 100K, there's really no better way than lives. Lives and bottom of funnel videos, if you can toss those in. And bottom of funnel is selling the sale, simple videos. There's really not going to be a better way. So just to check it off again, the things that you need are, first, you need to be consistent. Second, you need a good product. You can steal this from other people who are going live already and just try to outpace them, or a product that is untapped, ideally, and that has a higher perceived value than what it's listed for. And you need to have urgency. Like I said, product. So it's a pretty simple formula. It really just takes mental toughness. If you can sit on there for long enough, you will make a lot of money. And also, bonus tip, go live in the morning so you can maintain a good quality of life while you make your first $10,000 to $100,000. The thing is, once you get to 100K, then now the thing is automating it, right? You can hire other people to get in there and do it for you. So if you want to learn more about that, click the link in my description. And this is something I'm insanely excited about. It's probably one of the coolest things that I've done yet. So click the link in the bio, go apply there, go get on the wait list, because you don't have to sit on live for that long. I'm not going to talk too much about it. Anyways, that's my story on live. That's how I made my first $100,000 on the internet. And you can do it too, absolutely, as long as you try to think of try to think of input-based metrics that gratify you rather than output-based metrics that gratify you. But that's lives. That's how I made my first 100K. I appreciate you watching this video. Go click the link in my bio. Get on the wait list. Peace out.